tive um amigo que decidiu ir para o boxe há cerca de 4 anos, começou a ter jeito para aquilo, começou a chamar amigos e acabei por ir com ele treinar em Lisboa ainda na altura, na Associação Zou Shiming. Portanto, foi ele que me levou para lá. Quando aqui cheguei fui sempre bem recebido. Esta malta que está aqui agora e hoje é malta simpática, a comunicação não é a coisa mais fácil, mas seja como for, comunicamos em boxe. Portanto, eu aprendi umas coisas, ensino-lhes o que aprendi, eles ensinam a mim as formas de treinar e as técnicas que eles têm aqui, que acabam por ser um bocado diferentes. Mas, acima de tudo, foi um encontro bastante positivo. Não estava à espera de querer voltar a fazer boxe tão longe dos meus amigos e daquilo que eu chamava casa e aquilo onde me sentia bem.
I'm the coach of NBA here, and then we normally training from Monday to Saturday from 6:30 to around 9 o'clock. And then our training gym is training for boxing, because boxing can make me become more value, and then it also can make you become more confident, get more fitness strength, and then you can get more interpersonal network here. I started to playing boxing when I was 13 years old, and then after several years I was going to play some international competition, and then that made me become more and more interested in boxing.
開頭唔係咁中意嘅，之後係因為有一個拳王腰帶賽，因為我自細個就好中意腰帶，所以我就一直咁樣打落去，之後打下我就中意咗拳擊。我目標梗係唔係澳門，係諗住世界即係打職業，轉打職業。一個夢想咯，一個夢想令到自己堅持繼續即係上去見識更加多嘅嘢啊！即係唔會留喺，即係唔想係留喺澳門，即係想去世界各地。
係因為想強身健體啦，仲有增強自己嘅自信心咯。可能因為boxing呢樣運動咁就啲女仔就可能覺得好暴力啊，好容易打親啊，會受傷咁，所以就見唔到好多女仔嚟打。其實基本上，如果做好好多保護措施，其實就唔會話受傷。
呢個因為我由細到大都中意打拳啦，咁然之後咧，我同埋一直都有希望我哋嘅澳門，因為我覺得澳門嘅運動員係 OK 嘅，咁我希望可以藉住自己嗰個熱誠，可以帶到澳門人打出我哋嘅拳擊，澳門有澳門嘅拳擊。
Os treinos são longe, portanto nós estamos aqui na Areia Preta, são um bocado longe da torre onde trabalho, mas seja como for, sempre que dá para vir, tento vir, obviamente tendo em conta o facto de também estar a jogar a bola e ter também compromissos sociais que são sempre importantes, mas sempre que posso tento vir e encontra-se aqui um ambiente porreiro para se vir treinar, independentemente de se conseguir trabalhar ou não, de estar a trabalhar ou não, sempre que se pode é para sentar a vir.
This venue is becoming the new mecca of boxing.
As you can see in Venetian, in recent years they are getting more and more big boxing competition in Macau. So that makes the boxing industry in Macau become more and more better.
The gross revenues for the integrated resorts that we control were up about 30% for the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of the last fight. Well, of course it's important. I mean, we love putting on great events. We're very proud of the quality and caliber of entertainment we bring here because it raises Macau's profile. But this is a business, and if we're successful at it, will be rewarded at it. So my belief is if you do a really good job, people will keep coming to these events. That's one of the benefits. The second benefit is obviously raising the profile of Macau, raising the profile of Venetian. All those things come into play. So there's a very specific commercial purpose. And if we can get a 30% increase on our business over a weekend, we would like to keep doing these. High quality entertainment has a great appeal in every market segment that we have. And boxing has always followed the casino business. It follows the money. So whoever's most successful, so in the late 80s, early 90s, Atlantic City was the most successful, had bigger budgets to put on these kinds of events because they're not inexpensive events. Before that, Las Vegas was the center of gaming and had the most money and had bigger budgets. Today, I think everybody knows that Macau is the center of the universe for gaming. It's much bigger here than it is in either Atlantic City or in Las Vegas, and probably combined. So in a way, there's a natural maturation, and it's pretty clear to me that big-time boxing will always follow the gaming companies who have the biggest budgets to put on events.
When the casinos in the United States realized that boxing could attract customers, they couldn't get enough of the sport. Now, the same thing is happening in Macau regarding all of China, because Macau, they realize, particularly the Venetian does, that doing a big boxing event brings in customers, whether it's customers for the restaurant, for the nightclub, or for the gaming. It's good business.
If I was a betting man, and I'm not, I own and run casinos, I don't play in them, I would move a lot of chips in front of Bob Arum. I think Bob Arum is the industry expert to talk to. He's been around the business 50 years. He's gone into new markets and developed boxing as a viable entertainment offering. I'm hoping he's right. And we're taking a lot of risk because we believe in him and we believe in the sport. So we have some pretty good experience already, but the logistics are challenging. You know, getting all the press here, getting everybody tuned up for the schedule and the press events and the interviews, the equipment, the staging, the rigging, the rehearsals, the music, the lights. It takes a lot of effort. And that's one of the things that Top Rank is really good at, is the production side of it. Our crew is very, very good at the rigging and pulling these events together in short periods of time because we have so many events. So we're very confident that what you're going to see will be of the best possible quality in the market today. And I think we proved that with the first UFC fight, and we proved it with the Shiming fight. So we're really anxious to get out there and prove how good we can be each show.
Macau is just like Vegas. I mean, you know, huge casinos, a lot of sports fans, a lot of gambling fans and so forth. They like to go to the fight, bet on the fight a little bit, bet a little money here or there, and it works out great. I mean, I could be the capital of boxing pretty soon, especially with the tax problems we have in America. It's a lot easier to come here and fight for the boxers, and you know, guys like Manny Pacquiao, it's very attractive to come here because they get to keep the money, and they deserve it, and I love it.
Having the only gold medal winner from China in boxing couldn't be a more perfect scenario for us to put some definition around why boxing is a viable sport and it is a viable event for Macau. So it clearly gives us higher visibility in mainland China because there's a mainland Chinese boxing champion who's a hero in China, part of the program that's developing in Macau. And I think the two things go together very, very well.
Zou Shiming, the superstar in boxing in China, attracts tremendous attention all over the country. And so to have him fight here in Macau, I think is very, very important.
我觉得自己的必须要去承担那个责任，因为我觉得拳击给予了我很多。从小我从一个不自信，或者是被所有人否认，然后你这不行，你那不行。然后自从我干了拳击以后，我得到了所有成绩上的否认，大家的眼光对你的改变。然后我从一个很自卑的，然后没有信心的小男生，现在变成一个非常有 有内心很强大，不会害怕困难的这样的人，都是因为拳击改变了我，而且给予了我。我觉得我应该为拳击做出更多的回报。我觉得应该，对我们中国拳击做更大的推广，然后让更多的人，当然自己的成绩是一方面，也是希望能够通过取得这些成绩，让大家觉得中国人可以做这个项目，拳击这个项目我们中国人可以玩，而且可以玩得很好。
All we can do as promoters is to match him with the best teacher, which is Freddie Roach. And Freddie is optimistic based on what he's seeing. Professional boxing is different from amateur boxing because the quality of the punch is more important than the number of punches that you land. But Zou Shiming is a very smart young man, and he's learning the professional style, and I am very optimistic as far as how far he can go in the professional ranks.
He's getting better, for someone to absorb a whole new style after fighting the amateur style for so long. It takes time. He's getting better and better all the time, and I expect him to be better in this fight. And I told him I wanted to see him really excite the crowd and really show the crowd what he's all about, because he has great talent. I mean, it's obvious with 2 gold medals he has great talent, so I just want him to show that in the ring a little bit more. And I told him not so much smiling and playing. I said I want you to put your opponent on the ground, and then you can smile.
Eu acho positivo, acho ótimo que eles venham cá treinar, que eles venham cá competir. É sempre bom ter malta de top a treinar cá e a participar aqui e a disputarem títulos que são competitivos, porque só pode trazer coisas boas, pode chamar mais pessoas para o desporto, há um awareness que se cria à volta do desporto e é isso que nós pretendemos aqui, que mais malta possa praticar, que mais malta possa desenvolver o boxe em Macau e o boxe na Ásia, porque não é, na Ásia não diria, mas mais na China não é um desporto muito popular. Este rapaz que cá vem agora, o Zou Shiming, é de facto um bom lutador, ele executa bem, é rápido, e tem todo o aspecto de quem possa dar cartas no futuro.
佢係指拳手啊，定係我對㗎？其實我覺得而家慢慢而家呢個職業拳手係嚟呢度搞係好好嘅。咁相對比我哋運動員啊，或者澳門或者我哋都係好大一個鼓勵，希望可以覺得嗰個距離近咗同拳擊或者乜嘢係咯，都係好好咯。
Zou Shiming is a very famous boxer in China, and then we will also go to support him, and also it's important for us to develop the boxing industry in Macau.
It's too early to make that kind of prediction, but the very fact that we had great success with Shiming in the first fight, which was, as you know, telecast on HBO around the globe, it was really the first time that Macau was mentioned as a global player in the fight game. And then subsequently, when we signed the Manny Pacquiao fight, that really started a rush of media, if you will, because of Manny's stature in the boxing business. So clearly he had a couple of reasons that he wanted to fight here as opposed to the US. People always talk about the tax issue, but there's also the fact that it's an hour and 10-minute flight from his hometown. And frankly, Macau is the new center of gravity of entertainment in southern China. Why not come to southern China? So I think it could very well set a precedent for the future, but we won't know till we get there. But I'm very confident that this is going to be a very successful event for Macau.
É como todos os esportes, ver a televisão é uma coisa, ver ao vivo acaba por ser outra. Estou com muita expectativa de que ele cá venha fazer um combate ao mais alto nível, como ele já nos habituou. E enfim, o que é que posso dizer mais? Enfim, é um dos meus ídolos do boxe. E espero também que possa cá vir o Mayweather, quem sabe um dia, ainda se tiver ainda atividade.
I think it's absolutely vital for diversification, which the government talks about all the time. I think it's important to raise the profile of Macau's accessibility and the fact that it has diversified. So it's not just about casinos anymore. It's about a lot of things now. It's about cultural shows, it's about art shows, it's about Cantopop, it's about J-pop, K-pop, it's about Western acts, it's about fighting, it's about small shows, it's about big shows. Lots of hotel rooms now. I mean, let's not forget that we added 6,000 hotel rooms. So we have a lot of needs to continue growing our business, and the best way to do it is to continue to diversify. My belief is that the more offerings we offer the market, the more reasons we create for people to buy our product. Buy Macau first as a destination, and then buy the Venetian and the Sands as an offering. So it's all tied together, if you will. The higher the profile of Macau goes, the higher the profile of our company goes, the better it is for tourism.
Right now, we are grateful to the Venetian for starting this program. And so we're very loyal to the Venetian. And Sheldon Adelson, the chairman, is a very close friend of mine. But we also are close friends with other casino operators here in Macau, like Steve Wynn. I spent July 4th weekend with Steve and his wife. He's a very good friend of mine. And the Venetian has the advantage of having this beautiful arena here on property. And I know that Steve will have the Wynn property support the events in November.
Personally, I'm a big fan. You know, I grew up idolizing people like Muhammad Ali for a lot of reasons. He was just such a different presence in the boxing world. And then as time went by, I followed a lot of the fighters who came after him. And then I was lucky enough to be involved in a business that promotes fight. All the way back to when I first worked for the Sands organization in Atlantic City, I went to Puerto Rico to open up the Sands Hotel and Casino there. And we had a lot of fights in Puerto Rico. And I got to meet some of the greatest Latin fighters ever came to Puerto Rico. So it became part of, you know, of me personally in terms of promoting it as a sport. I love their stories. I think their sense of achievement, because many of them come from nothing and work their way up into, you know, world-class athletes, and I really admire that. So there's a personal side to it, and then there's a business side to it.